s300's tuning back again with another video. This video is supposed to be the ECU installation and tuning of the B20v Tech. But all I gotta say, man, it's been a long ass, difficult, annoying, bullshit ass process with the whole thing, cause majority of the time you get a perfectly working ECU with a Hondata chip into it. But me, I'm unlucky as fuck, like always, and I got a defective one. It's either the ECU is defective, it's either the ECU is defective or the Hondata that's chipped into it that's defective. But something's defective and it's not working properly like it's supposed to, which is annoying as fuck and is delaying the whole process. I've been wanting to get it done, but you know, I was moving and everything, so everything was just time consuming. I didn't have enough time to actually invest into making the video and tuning the car and everything. I gotta say, this process is stressful as fuck. It's not one thing, it's goddamn other. So ECU doesn't work for whatever reason it's defective.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So I think the thing about this ECU is that when I plug it in and everything, it's fine, right? I plug in the car's wire into the conversion harness to the ECU. And I plug the ECU to the laptop, installed a stock B20v Tech base map just for it to run good. Turn on the car, it sounds perfect, idles perfectly at where it's supposed to, 850 to like 950 RPM. So it's idling perfect. Everything is smooth. But then when I put the car into gear and start driving it, after like uploading the base map and everything, all the calibrations I did, I'm driving, everything seems smooth, it feels good. For the next thing I know, as soon as I hit 3000 RPM, it's like boom, 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 and the car is jerking, stopping. It feels like it's stalling and dying while it's like hitting 3000 RPM. It's just going from 3000 to 0, 3000 to 0, it's just repetitive, vroom, 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 vroom. I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell's going on? So then when I was researching, I said that it could be like a connection issue. Maybe the conversion harness is bad, or maybe it's wired incorrectly or something of that sort, from what it was saying online when I was researching it. So I was like, okay, so it might be the conversion harness. I might have to buy a new one, and I wasn't gonna buy another expensive ass one. I was gonna buy like an Amazon one or something. I was just like, nah, let me not buy nothing yet. Let me see if it's a cheaper way to actually solve the issue. When I was on the computer data log in the car, I seen that I got 2 check engine lights. One for oxygen sensor, which is, you know, the wideband, and another one for IAT, which is intake air temperature, which a lot of people say you don't really need. They say you don't really need an O2 sensor either. But I was researching that specifically, the check engine lights that I got, and it said online that if I don't have an O2 sensor or a working O2 sensor, whatever, I had to calibrate the map to open loop, because since closed loop need an O2 sensor for it to run properly. I don't got an O2 sensor, so I put on open loop. I'm like, this might be the case. Might have been the issue this whole time. So then I just uploaded the map again, started the car, the same bullshit again. So when I put the map to open loop, the O2 sensor problem is not even a problem anymore. It's pretty much erased from the map. It's not considered a check engine light no more. The only other check engine light I have is the IAT, which doesn't really matter too much. It should be running just fine. I should still be able to drive the car just fine. It would be more efficient if I had the IAT, but I don't. And according to the research I've been doing, if you don't really need it, your car should still be able to run without it. So O2 sensor is not the problem. IAT is not the problem. The car is definitely not the problem. I feel like, especially if I'm running the P2P ECU, which is single cam ECU, completely stock, and it's not having any problems at all. Besides the fact that it's running very shitty, but it still gets into gear and driving everything perfectly fine. But when I put it in the P72 ECU, it's a big problem. I can't even drive the car at all. I can't even shift to third gear. I could barely even make it around the block, so therefore it had to be issued with the ECU. So at this point, it's either the ECU, the Hondata chip, or the conversion harness. So I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, let me just get a cheap conversion harness from Amazon and plug that in and see if that's the issue. Which I did. So I got this conversion harness. I got a whole different conversion harness from Amazon for like $18.99 or something like that, basically $19. And honestly, this is $85, $87. This is $18.99, so $19, $85 and $19. I should have just went with this to begin with, because it's the same shit. This right here, it's not even that secure. The connection don't even look that good. Yes, Like, it got heat shrink and everything, but this right here doesn't have heat shrink at all. It's literally plugged directly into the slots. Yeah, it might be a little shorter, but I don't need all the length, you know what I'm saying? So this is the ECU that's bugging out. It's either ECU defective or the Hondata. So yeah, I got another conversion harness, plugged it into the car, plugged the laptop in and everything, and like the same situation. I turned the car on, it ran perfectly at idle, and as soon as it started driving, it's like vroom, 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 vroom. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's definitely the ECU, the Hondata chip at this point. So now I hit up HA Motorsports on the email, found the email, and I emailed them. I'm gonna show you the email right now. God damn. Alright, peep. I emailed H Motorsports. You might not be able to see shit because my crack screen, but I'm gonna read it to you anyway. Emailed them saying, hello, how are you? I'm Nike and I bought your P72 ECU package with Hondata S300 already chipped into it. Also bought a OBD2 to OBD1 conversion harness along with the package I bought a few months ago. And as soon as I got it delivered, I plugged the ECU in my B20v Civic EK and tried to drive it. But then for some very odd reason, the car doesn't rev past 3,000 RPM. It just bounces down to 0 and back to 3,000 RPM when I rev it up or attempt to rev past 3,000 RPM. Just up and down from 0 to 3,000 RPM constantly. I thought that I probably need to erase the map on it and calibrate a new one for it to work. I then did that, but it has the same issue. I noticed I got 2 check engine light codes, one for IAT, intake air temperature, and the other for O2 sensor. The base map uploaded had closed loop, so I decided to switch it to open loop since I don't have an O2 sensor for the closed loop to work properly. I also fixed the IAT sensor today and plugged the ECU back in. It's the same exact problem and I tried multiple strategies to fix it and nothing worked. I feel like either conversion harness isn't wired properly or the ECU is faulty. I really hope you guys can help me. I've been very excited about tuning the car and I've spent almost my whole savings on a package. So they hit me up, replied to me saying, thanks for the email, you were correct in that you should have closed loop disabled. Did you register the system before uploading the base map? If yes, go to online information and make sure that your registration info is in the field. If the system is not registered, it will cause the rev limit at all times until the registration is complete. Which I then made sure everything is registered, completed, it was done successfully and everything. So I hit them back, emailed them. I just checked, it's all registered and complete, but the ECU is still having the same problem. I even got a different conversion harness to see if the conversion harness is the problem or not. Even after connecting a different conversion harness, the same problem still occurs. Help please, I think there's a possibility the ECU, the Hondata chip is defective. And they hit me up and emailed me saying, please reply with the following attachment. 1, a copy of the current calibration file you are using. 2, a data log with the engine running on this calibration file with the problem occurring during the data log. We will review and see if we can determine what is causing the issue for you. HA Motorsport support. I haven't done that yet, but I'm gonna get to doing that. Hopefully I get the ECU situation solved. It's pouring like crazy. I'm about to resume this another day. Took down the gazebo.
I'm surprised my car didn't go off.
I know, right? It's weird.
The next day.
It's the next day. Weather's a lot better, so I can resume the video now. I got the ECU right here, about to bring it out to the car, plug it in, turn it on, and demonstrate to you guys what I was talking about. Heading to the V right now. A few hot as shit right now, so I'm about to just put down the windows a little bit for air circulation. Don't want to die in here. I just plug this shit up right quick. Using a new harness I bought because I know for a fact the harness is good. Like, peep, the quality is there. It's just short. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck the harness go? There you go. Let me turn on the car and show you guys what I'm talking about. It's still idling pretty high though, no bullshit. stupid shit. I don't know why the fuck it does that stupid shit, but yeah, it does that stupid shit. Everything is plugged in properly, all good, so it has this piece of shit ECU right here. This ECU, which is a single cam, like I said, when I plug in a single cam ECU, it works and everything. You know what I'm saying? I can drive it, put it in gear and everything, past 3,000 RPM, no problem. When I put this shit in, it's always a problem. I don't understand. I just turned on the car, switched the ECU back to the other one because the single cam ECU works better for the moment because B72 ECU chip with the Hondata is bugging out for some reason. So there was this thing that happened that scared the shit out of me. I was shitting bricks. I'm gonna go outside and show you what I'm talking about. Pop up the hood real quick. Alright, so pretty much a few days ago, there was this metallic like sticker, like metal sticker, that was on the inside of the throttle body. And it was hanging on to dear life. And it looks pretty ugly, so I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna just pull this shit right off. Because it was hanging on to dear life. And I was like, this shouldn't affect nothing, right? And I pulled it off. And when I pulled it off, it exposed a little hole right there, right? I'm like, well, just a little hole, what damage can it do? So then after I pulled off the metal, like sticker, it exposed this hole. I forgot about it. So then the next time I started the car, this is what it sounded like. And this is what I was running like. It showed from the inside, because when I turn it on, it's gonna rev really high and it's gonna feel like the engine is gonna blow. So there's one on the inside. I'm gonna show y'all the demonstration of this shit real quick and I'm gonna turn it off. At 3,000 RPM. That shit scared the fuck out of me. Cause that day, I parked on public streets, so there was street cleaning. I had to move the car to the other side. Turned on the car, it was idling like 3,000 something RPM. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on with the car right now? I started the car. I was like, you know what, let me just spin the block real quick to see what's wrong with it. When I spun the block, came back to park, the engine was smoking. White smoke. I thought that shit was gonna blow up just because I took off that metal sticker. Shit's crazy. And then afterwards, after realizing how shitty the car is running and seeing that it was idling so high, I was like, what the fuck was the last thing I did to the car for it to be running like this? So I realized, oh, the last thing I did was took off that sticker, that metal sticker that ended up exposing the little port. I was like, that might be the case, but for it to run like that is crazy. So I was like, let me just try to cover it up. I got a piece of carbon fiber wrap, cut a piece of it, brought it out to the car, wrap up that little hole, started the car. It was running perfectly fine after that. I was like, wow. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on my car at the moment. I'm actually about to record my coilover installation and review video. So yeah, get back to you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for my next video, which will be the installation. It's gonna be my best video yet. Alright, y'all, be easy.